So this massive winter weather storm is not over, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, here, let me explain. So if we look at our temperature right now, we have temperature. We see that we have all of this cold temperatures going up here in North Canada, but it kind of cools down. But why is that so? Um, and in Africa, it's literally triple digits. Look, we're seeing 101s, 105s, 106s. But in like Asia, it's just cold. Like we're gonna get to the bottom of this today, so grab your popcorn and let's get to the bottom of this. And I am here to inform you about the 7-day forecast. All right, but anyways, so here we go. So right now we are taking a look at Canada and Greenland. Those are going to be kind of our ice age spots. We're going to call it that. But we see that it is sandwiched in between all of this warm temperature, and possibly if all this cold air moves either up north or south, it's going to get into that. It's going to get into that really hot Africa, temperatures, and then those could produce a couple tornado storms, because warm and cold air make tornadoes, and we could be seeing a couple funnels there. Um, we could take a look here if I play my simulation. So we see that those warm those hot temperatures are starting to fade. That's because okay, let me pause. That's because all this cold air, it's shifting downward, and it's beating that hot air. And we still see a couple, 99, 98 in Africa, but we at least cool down just a bit. Those are going to be some summer temperatures, 80, 90. Those are going to be some summer temperatures. But up here, if it's just spring for us down here, then what is going on with Canada? Well, let me explain. If you don't know, the poles are actually the most coldest area, like the most coldest place on planet Earth. The entire you know the entire time, like it's gonna be the coldest time of the year. It's gonna be the coldest place of the year, and same with Antarctica. Of course it's really cold down there, and this is a negative 80 degrees getting down there, but it's just sandwiched in this hot temperatures, triple digits in Australia. But why up north and south it's just all of this cold air? Like, what is going on? But I really don't really know. But if we take a look at so let's take a look at clouds real quick. We're getting this from our satellite up in space. So we see here that we just have all of these clouds, which will produce, like, clouds can combine if they're like really dark clouds, and then those are gonna make some showers. But then we see up here that we have some dark clouds in South Greenland, but nothing really else that's dark. It's just in Africa and South Greenland that is just, it's just a bit of dark clouds. But if there's a lot of clouds, for example in the or in the Pacific Ocean, kind of south in the Pacific Ocean. But anyways, we see that we have dark clouds over here. Those are gonna produce those are gonna produce some showers. We're also uh, these clouds they're looking kind of normal right now, but if they combine, they're gonna make a couple storms. Visibility is also kind of a danger zone, because we see here that when I'm filming this right now, it's I don't even know what time it is, but I'm just gonna guess it's like 9 o'clock. Um, but we see here that we have 1 mile. So let's say I'm on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship for going into the Atlantic. We're gonna see all of this bad visibility, getting down to points. There was some points a couple days ago when I was studying the weather last night. Look at that, 0.4 miles. I studied the weather on my laptop before to go to sleep, and I just saw this. I was like, wow, I need to inform y'all about this. And so I got up the next morning and I started this video, and it's looking pretty good in Africa. Even though there's like really bad temperatures and there's dark clouds, the visibility is still kind of good. But if we get into America, it's 0.9 miles, 0.9 miles, and 0.4 miles. So your cruise director or your captain has to come on the PA system or inform me on the app really soon, because these visibilities can affect cruise ships, and there will be a high possibility getting into Iceberg Alley to sink. But a cruise ship can hit 2 icebergs before sinking, so y'all are good. Let me see here. So let's go to winter weather because we're gonna focus on Canada now. So, but going back to Canada, we see that there's snow on the coast, but there's winter weather. I think, yeah. Yesterday we had a couple tornadoes in this area. I'm honestly surprised it's not even in Tornado Alley. I am really surprised about that. And Canada is not getting any snowfall like that much. It's really just cold temperatures. But if you have snowfall, you have bad visibility, Canada, you might have to evacuate. Because with these temperatures and these bad stuff, you may just be locked in your house. Like, you may not be forced to go outside, because some people go to Buffalo and like they're just trapped inside. Like, my brother and sister went over there, and like they were just trapped inside. They were just stuck watching Skycast. Severe weather, it's just gonna show the same thing. Look at this. Look at this. All these tornado warnings. Oh, well, there's a couple yeah, look at these flood warnings. Ohio. How are these flood warnings? Aerial flood warning. I've had an aerial flood warning before. And look, over here, Buffalo. Buffalo is east of New York. Look at this. The flood warning is heading down south. And look at this. Small craft advisory, weather advisory. Like, what weather advisory? I need to know. And lastly, we're gonna yeah, it's just winter weather warnings. So the only thing I can inform y'all about right now is just, it's just the polls, because, or it's just something that started, that would just, that like something just coming from Antarctica or something from like Asia or something. I don't know, but I'll keep y'all updated for the next one, and I will see y'all in the next one.